Can you hear me? Hi, I'm Pinkle, and the emoji I use the most is the teary eye.
Hi everyone, this is Anjo, and the emoji that I use most, like that describes me most, is like a face with a blushy face, like a little red on the cheeks. Yeah, that's the one. Thank you. But I use most of the emojis, like, yeah.
Hi, I'm Sanchi, and the emoji I love is the white heart emoji as it resembles peace to me. Yeah.
My name is Risha. The emoji which describes me is the angry emoji with the red face.
You can use the mic.
It's okay.
Yeah, you can speak loudly just because I can't hear, and I want to respect like hearing people.
Okay, hi, I'm Manya, and the emoji that I use the most is either the heart or the one melting face emoji. That's
Which
one of
one?
the melting face. The face melts.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I
Or,
don't use that one.
or the extreme crying emoji. I can use it for any other thing too. For crying, for laughing, for everything. So yeah.
My name is Sarthak, and the emoji that I use usually is the eyes face and showing the teeth. That's pretty much it.
Yeah. Do you need the mic?
I think I'm good.
Just, I better not get that. I'm pushing out.
That's what it is.
And then the young girl behind
Hi
in front of you.
everyone, I'm Anushka. The emoji that I mostly use is Korean heart and a red heart because I love K-pop and red is my favorite color and I just like spreading love and kindness, so I just love it.
Very good. And the young lady behind. Do you need a mic?
Okay.
Can you turn off the mic and pass it to me, please? So question 4 was, your phone suddenly stops working and you cannot use social media for 7 days. How do you think this would affect you? Any takers? You were on question 5. So number 9 is you suddenly receive a large amount of money. If anybody receives a large amount of money, please don't forget I'm your friend. Like, do not forget that. What would you, what would become your first priority?
now. Let's see what we can do. You see, so what actually I did is, I willfully didn't want you to write the name here, because you see what happens here. It's not like, we are, you know, yeah, not the name, and also we are not here to make a test, to make somebody feel down, we are judging somebody. It's not of that. So the thing is, we want to be honest with each other, and at least with me, and at the same time, I want to see this from a different perspective. So therefore, we wanted you to go through this exercise, but I had given her some kind of, clue. I hope she has explained. So what I will do is now, I will go to you. You just pull out any one of these, You don't know whose is this, neither yours or whoever. Even if you get yours, don't get mad, okay? So that's up to Krishna to decide. And then we'll give you one of the assessment key. You are all university students. Hey, how are you? Good? Thank you. You are joining with us? Okay. So what you can do is, you can follow this key, answer key. Instruction is already given. Then you can start marking this paper. Okay? Then once you are done with it, then we'll come back to you. Okay? No, we have another one. We can use Windows. You give them, then I will explain to them what they have to do. You just give one on paper with the answer key. Yeah. Yes. Don't choose for them. This is Rasagulla. No, give to them who is getting in a question paper. Okay? Give me one key. Become a student. So what we have to do is now, okay.
Yeah, everybody has assessment key.
You see, if you see in your question paper, how many questions are there total? 10, thank you. And if you see the assessment key paper, how many component principles are there? 10, right? And you see, these 10 principles are corresponding to question number 1, 2, 3 for chronologically. For example, question number 1 correspond with compassion, 2 with contentment, then self-control, like this all the way down goes to spiritual awareness. Okay? And for each, the score is, highest score is 10. Now you can decide, if you go bottom, if this person has done like this, in the first row, they will get 90 to 100%. Then if the second is the description matching to the answer, then they will score 75 to 89. Then the third one is 60 to 74% if their answer is matching their standard. Are you there? You understand what I am saying? The description is given, how much you should pay, how much you should score for the answer. So you check now whether the answer is matching with the standard or not. Then you give the mark for each answer. Still confused? Yes, you have to mark on this. You read the first command on compassion, then you compare with question number 1 answer, whether it is meeting or not, or what kind of answer they have given, then you have to score them. Either 40%, 45, 50, 60, 70. So you are all college students, you should be more smart. Question number 1 is about compassion. Second is about contentment. And what is the expected answer? Like, we are giving some clue. If they are thinking in that line, then they will score that much. Listen, there is no right or wrong answer. How we are thinking, whether it is connected with Krishna consciousness way of thinking or not, we will cross-check. Yes, good. Oh, you marked the paper already. You are done? Very bold. Done? Huh? Good. You? Okay. Some of you are very expert. You should be grading the papers in the university. Yes. So who is going to take a job of a professor? If you want to become a professor, then you should be very expert in grading the papers. Okay, we don't have any board to write, but we can continue. Okay, I think you are done. They are still working out. You have a Bhagavad Gita copy, Mataji? Yes. Jayanti, just bring one. Okay. Okay, so I think more or less we are done. You're done? Okay, good. So, how did you find the answer? Yes? How did you find the answer? Matching? It was good? Okay. Yes? Yeah, louder. You have mic, right? You should give them mic, no? Come on. Yes. Given the mic.
I definitely notice that I react a lot differently than other people. I think purely just as a consequence of my age. I'm still 17, so I have a lot to learn, but I'm definitely not maybe as mature as some of the answers.
No, no, no. Why are you thinking about yourself like this? We are not judging you. Neither we asked you to tell about what you are.
I'm thinking in terms of the like how the reactions
Yes.
are structured. Sometimes I react more impulsively.
Impulsively.
Whereas some people consider their actions a bit more. So that's the maturity I'm thinking about. I
Very
still have
nice.
the maturity level of a teenager.
Actually, if you consider the current world situation, when we face with some kind of challenge, we immediately become defensive, or as you said, we are kind of we do some impulsive reactions, and that is one thing. The other thing is, our Prabhu said, he said some of them are really being honest. They are telling what they are, how they feel like. For example, can you just read out one answer, first one? Question and answer. Just listen. We are just listening to one answer, first one, first question. Then you can also see the paper what you have got, whether it is close to this or different. If it is close to this, then you can raise your hand. This is close to what he is saying. If it's something different, then also we'll come back to you. Okay? Yes.
So the first one was actually really good.
Okay, just 1 minute. So here you see our approach is, we want to be honest and we want to give a try to understand where we are. It's not like me or him or her. Just it's about how we are trying to see the world, how we are prepared to face the world situation. Okay? And then what is the message for us? So we will try to kind of analyze things and understand in a very balanced way, and then we will see what is the message from Bhagavad Gita to find real inner peace and happiness. Okay? So that is the exercise here. It's nothing to kind of belittle someone. Don't feel, why did I do like this? I am like, no, it's not like that. As I said, there's nothing right or wrong. It's a question of honesty and finding the way out.
Okay. So the question one was, someone insults you publicly in front of your friends, what would be your immediate reaction? So the answer here is, I apologize if I did something wrong. Tell myself that I am kind, I am brave, I am different, and start praying to distract myself and avoid taking impulsive decisions, which I would later regret.
Can you see whether there is compassion element reflecting in this or not? Yes. He or she, I don't know, whoever the students he wrote, he became self-compassionate, right? Good.
Yes.
Any other comment? What kind of answer you have got? Something similar or something different? Different. Yes, go ahead. Good. See, this is how we can try to analyze things, how different devotees, different children, they think. Yes.
So the answer is I get angry and upset both at the same time, and I speak rude things which I will regret later. I don't like this. Shall I read it again?
Read again.
I get angry and upset both at the same time, and I will speak rude things which I will regret later, and I don't like this.
What kind of response is this? Very much self-aware means what she is trying to... No, she is just saying that I'll just react. I don't want to, I'm not ready to face this. Good. So, if you compare between these two, see, we don't have to look into all the answers. The thing is, some of us would really resonate with the understanding that how is actually this is affecting my consciousness. Those who are very much aware of that, they will take one route, and those who are not so much coordinated in their thinking, they'll just go in a tangent, like this, for example. So then, if we compare between these two answers, this answer which have been given by that devotee, he or she being very honest actually. That's good, that's she or that's he. And we have nothing to comment about that. And here is another situation, he or she is kind of also what he or she is. So now, then it comes to understanding which one is right, who is wrong, right? Just by taking this one answer, let us take this verse from Bhagavad Gita. Yes, 266. Give the mic. Read the Sanskrit, then translation.
Nasti bhutirayuktasya na cha yuktasya bhavana na cha bhavayatah shantir ashantasya kutah shukham.
Asantasya kuto sukham. So in Sanskrit, sukha means happiness. Okay? Asanta means one who is not peaceful. Okay? So now read the translation.
One who is not connected with the Supreme in Krishna consciousness can have neither transcendental intelligence nor a steady mind, without which there is no possibility of peace. And how can there be any happiness without peace?
Okay. If you make an analysis of this verse, it says first says, Nasti buddhi ayuktasya. The term ayuktasya means one who is not connected with Krishna consciousness. Ayukta. Yukta means connecting with Krishna in a Krishna conscious way. A means negative. Ayuktasya, no yuktasya, one who is not connecting in a Krishna conscious way. This is first term, okay? Nasti buddhi, one whose intelligence is not connected, okay? Nasti buddhi ayuktasya, nacha ayuktasya again. Again coming, see, ayuktasya bhavana. His thinking, way of doing things, his approach or her approach, is also ayukta, not connected with, again, here yukta means with Krishna, okay? Then, nacha abhavayata. See? How does Prabhupada translate abhavayata?
Bhavayata, of one who is not fixed.
One who is not fixed. Means what? Fixed in thoughts of Krishna. So in this verse, 3 times same thing is coming, means it is being stressed that without connecting our consciousness, our mind, even our ego, our intelligence, there are actually 4 faculties, of inner thing. which is called Antakarana. Have you heard of this term, Antakarana? Oh, you haven't? Interesting. Okay. Karana means senses. You have a hand, you have eye, you have nose, leg. These are all kind of gross material senses you can see externally, right? But there is another subtle faculty constitutes of 4 inner senses, which is mind, intelligence, ego, and consciousness. If you consider, analyze, this answer is coming from which faculty? Mind, intelligence, ego, and consciousness? Ego. See? Now we can very clearly see it, right? And this answer, what he gave, is coming from intelligence, little bit connected. That intelligence is actually connected with Krishna. Now you can see, they analyze the difference between the 2 answers. And Krishna is saying that asantasya kuta sukham. One who these faculties, this mind, intelligence, and ego, the inner, subtle senses, antakarana, karana means senses, anta means here you can say subtle senses, intelligence, mind, ego, and consciousness. If these 4 entities are not closely connected with Krishna, then there is no peace. How can there be any happiness if there is no peace? On what strength did I make this statement? This is also confirmed in the 5th chapter, right? Krishna says, Bhuktaram Jagnatapasam Sarvaloko Maheshwaram. Then Suridam Sarvabhutanam Gyatva Mam Santimrichati. So here he is saying first, without being peaceful, how can there be any happiness? Now in 5th chapter, he is speaking about what is the definition of peace. So then now, if you connect these 3 things, that nasti buddhi ayuktasya, whose intelligence, buddhi, is not connected. Nacha yuktasya bhavana. Here also you can connect with the kind of mind, intelligence or ego, whatever you can also connect, right? If it is not connected, and nacha bhavat, he is not fixed in Krishna consciousness, he cannot be peaceful. So because we are devotees in Krishna consciousness, when we see something, we should be able to connect with the instructions of Krishna in Bhagavad Gita. That is our kind of, you can say that is the connection we should have. To understand whether my approach is correct or wrong. How can I find inner happiness? This is the key. What we are trying to do is, sometimes we prevail on the level of mind, on the level of ego, mostly. And sometimes intelligence can also be material intelligence. But you should know that mind and intelligence, they are actually neighbors. They are very close to each other. And this mind also is very close to the soul. Where is mind situated in the body? You know? In the heart. In the heart, mind is there. And soul is also in the heart. We know this. And you need to understand how this mind works. Because if we don't understand these signs, we will always remain confused. Mind is a material object. Mind is not a conscious entity. You know this? Right? Because this body is constituted of 25 elements, gross elements. Out of this 25, mind is one of them. That is also gross element. And this mind, being a gross entity, it does not have its own capacity to act upon something. But this mind, it carries some information. If you read 15th chapter, I don't want to overload you with verses. In the 15th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, it is said, when the soul leaves the body, at that time, this mind carrying the impression of my past life to the next body. Okay? If you, I don't know whether you know or not, sometimes you can read that section in Bhagavad Gita, chapter 15. It says, whatever activities I am performing in this body, the impression is carried to the next body via medium called mind. So that means this mind has some information in it, okay? That's called knowledge, our experiences in this world. And then, you know, the soul is a part and parcel of Krishna, that you know, right? Krishna says, Mamai Bamsa Jiva Loke. Living entities are my eternal fragmental parts. So that means if living entity is the eternal part and parcel of Krishna, Krishna being knowledgeable entity, if somebody is a part and parcel of that element, he should have knowledge or not? It makes sense. Correct, good. So that means soul also have some knowledge which is a kind of intrinsic characteristics of the soul, which you cannot separate it from. So then, soul has some knowledge. Here now we said mind is also having some knowledge, which is different. Because mind is gathering the experiences of this material life and carrying it forward. So now what is happening? Why there is a difference in thought? Here you see. That's how we are trying to kind of give you a clear understanding by giving an analytical understanding. So this devotee who is kind of just drawing the answer from mind. Whatever mind was carrying, which is not actually the answer coming from the soul, because there is no connection. It is totally disconnected. Okay? So therefore, this thinking is channelized through the mind. Okay? And here, there is some connection. Because he understands Krishna, that's why he is connected, and that is how he is spitting out that answer. Now, to give you more scientific understanding about how actually it is happening, I said mind is a dead matter. Soul is conscious. Then how this mind's thing is kind of overpowering me to think like that and write like this. Okay? Then why I should connect with this soul? With the Krishna through the instructions of Bhagavad Gita. You see, the soul who is sitting in the heart near the mind is just like a kind of, you can say, mirror. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also says, right? Cheta darpanam arjanam. So consciousness, mind, they're interchangeable used, these terms, okay? So mind is like a mirror. If you just take this example, if you keep a mirror in a dark room and there are dots accumulated on the mirror, can you see it? You can't see it. But as soon as there is some light, you can very clearly see the, right? So that is what is happening. The mind is carrying the impression from my previous life, and it's like a mirror covered by some dust. And then the soul is Brahman, which has its own effulgence. It comes near the mind, then now he is able to see that. You understand? So immediately he is connecting with that. He is not aware of the connection, the message in Bhagavad Gita. So therefore, it is very important, if we want to be a grave thinker, we want to really take a inner journey. Here inner journey means connecting with the soul, or you can say also super soul. How? Through the instructions of Bhagavad Gita. If we are not, then we will be immediately connecting with what is immediately seen through the light when light reflects on the mirror. And when light is reflecting on the mirror, what I am seeing, I'm just seeing some external thing, which has got no meaning to kind of know my existence or my kind of inner peace, you can say. So therefore, we need to be very sharp to understand my, thinking, feeling, willing, where it is connected with. and how I can channelize the thought with the instructions given in Bhagavad Gita, and as much I can connect myself with Krishna, to that degree I will have more connection and I can have more peace and satisfaction and happiness. This is the message. Okay? So now we want to hear from you, because I don't want to speak. Yes. Any comment? Any question? Any kind of, by the way, anyway, are you able to connect, understand how I was kind of explaining you this science? Make sense? So this is the secret, We have to be smart. See, we are 2026 kids, children, youth, whatever you say. And we think differently, we connect with the world differently, and world is also moving in a different direction today. If we are not smart enough to kind of, hey, I want to arrange my own house, because I want to pretty, be recognized, I want to be good, I want to be nice. So how you do that? If you understand these things, this science correctly, then it becomes very easy, it becomes very congenial. Any reflection?
Maybe I can start things off. So basically the mind can be a mirror that reflects the quality of the soul, provided the mirror or the mind is clean. Is that,
yes.
Do I have that right?
Yes. In one way you can say it like that. If it is having the unclean nature, then it will reflect what it is there already in this unclean, results, messages, knowledges. He will reflect to that only.
And this
like in this case, what is happening? He is thinking, no, I will not, I will immediately react. I cannot tolerate it. And then maybe afterwards, I will regret. He is being honest. That's a good sign. When he is going to become regret means, he is connecting with Krishna. Krishna says that, like Maharaj Parikshit. Maharaj Parikshit, after putting the dead snake around his neck, and the neck of the Rishi, Samik Rishi. You know this story? You know this story, maybe not all of. Okay, so what happened? King Parikshit, he went on hunting in the forest, and he was chasing the deer, and he became very thirsty, very hungry, and he was searching for food and water, especially water. And nearby he found there was a hermitage of Samik Rishi. And he entered into the ashram. At that time he found Rishi was in deep meditation. And the Rishi didn't know that king has arrived. And when king arrived, he was thinking, oh, I am the king of this place. What is this? Maybe he's pretending. He doesn't want to receive me. He's supposed to greet me, give me a place, and he should give me offer water. So that was king's expectation. And because the Rishi was in deep meditation, he didn't realize that king is here, he need to greet him. Then king felt offended on his own. You see how our mind is creating this entire scenario. He is thinking, this Rishi is pretending, he doesn't want to greet me. He builds up his own thought. Whereas Rishi is totally innocent, and then he feels, now he is offended. Hey, what is this? You are just building up your own thought. And then, oh, why he is offending me? He found there is a dead snake lying near. He took that dead snake with his bow and wrapped it around his neck, the Rishi's neck. And he left. When he left, after he reached home, while going, that time he was repenting. Oh, maybe I didn't do a good thing, I didn't do a good thing. And then, in the meantime, he got the message. Dear king, you have been cursed to die out of snake bite. A snake bite will come in 7 days and he will bite you. This is how you're going to leave your body. When he got this message, because he was repenting, immediately he said, oh, now I have to do something. He didn't went to reactive mode. Oh, I am the king of this country. He is under me. Wow, dare he to curse me. I can, do this, I can do that. No, he didn't went like that. Because he had this repentance that prompted him to take the right course. That is why this student is saying, I will do this, afterwards I will repent. That's also good. That's a good sign. Means there is some connection here. But first, he is just doing what his mind is saying. I will be kind of, no, I cannot tolerate it. Why he will insult me in public? Then he's saying, no. There is some connection, you can see. And that will bring that person, that devotee, to connect with the inner peace, like it happened to Maharaj Parikshit. So, because we are in Krishna consciousness movement and we have some, knowledge, we have been hearing, listening to the scriptures, in that way we have a hope, I mean to say. Even though there is a different way it is answered, but you can still see there is a hope in the student. That he will definitely or she will get the inner peace. Definitely he is from the beginning, it's clear he will get the inner peace. So here the point is, some or other, if you have art, learn the art of connecting our life situation with the instructions given in Bhagavad Gita or Srimad Bhagavatam, that is the way to experience the inner happiness. Otherwise, we will be hovering on the mental plane and we will be connecting with the entire world, what we see, experience with our senses, and we will identify with happiness or distress which are temporary. Even if you connect with some sort of happiness in this world, it will be there for some time. After some time, that happiness will go away. But if you have learned the art of connecting yourself with the message of Bhagavad Gita in every situation of your life, that will eventually ground you in a solid platform where you can see the happiness. Okay. Actually, normally, this kind of exercise is done, we have to take time, maybe 2 hours time. We sit peacefully, we look into one statement, we analyze, we understand. Sometimes we reflect on ourselves, our consciousness, our way of thinking, how I am connecting with my inner self, to the message of Bhagavad Gita, to the world, on what level I am experiencing this kind of happiness. For example, you see, I will give you one example. You go with your friend to a restaurant and you eat a pasta, pizza, for example. Do you feel happy? Yes, you feel happy. How long do you feel happy? 1 minute. Or maybe that time you are happy. Then after you go back home, oh, there's something, which was not very much congenial to your, physical body. And then you find there's an ache, stomach ache, right? Then you feel, oh, what is this? I should not have gone there. And now, see, you start lamenting. Again, the happiness, then again coming distress. Yeah, there is happiness, and this, it's explained in Bhagavad Gita that, when the senses comes in contact with the sense object. Here, what is the sense? Tongue was the sense. And what is the sense object? Taste of pizza, right? So it was coming in contact with that taste, it was feeling very happy for some time. Now happiness is gone. But when we kind of become Krishna conscious, what will happen? I can tell you truly, this is a fact actually. Why we say our devotees to follow the regulative principles, they should always practice the, do's and don'ts in Krishna consciousness. This is experience of senior devotee I am just sharing with you. If you go to a place where you are offered with a plate of, prasadam or food, whatever you say, the moment you put inside your mouth, if it is really not, properly done, Because you have been truly practicing Krishna consciousness, your body will reject. This you will feel it, I am telling you. This is the experience of senior devotees who have been practicing Krishna consciousness for many years. Your body becomes spiritualized. This happens. That time, by taking once, your body will say, no, don't take it. This is the beauty of Krishna consciousness, that you are always connected with inner happiness. I'm just giving one example. It happens with many devotees. So this is the beauty of Krishna consciousness. Whatever we do, we have to stay in the world, we have to work as a professional, student, whatever your position may be, we have to still continue with our life. Because you cannot totally say no to the material life. Why? You have a material body. You are in the material world. How can you say no to it? This is kind of, not practical. The practical thing is, you should know how to build the connection or how to analyze things from proper perspective so that I am not harassed by these material elements of this world, and I know how to use it so that I can always remain happy and peaceful. That is another side of it. That's how I said, like in Upanishad, there is a verse, it says, Vidyam cha avidyam cha jastad vedo bhayam shaha avidyaya mrityam tritya avidyaya mritam ashnute. One is vidya, another is avidya. Culture of knowledge and culture of nescience means karma actually. There's karma and Krishna consciousness. If you want to live in this world, you have to work, or you have to set up your own business, you have to do so many things. You work in the field, some work has to be done, right? Working in this world means connecting with worldly people. So that means you cannot avoid this blemish life. Some or other you have to kind of, sometimes even if you don't want, you will be exposed to a situation where you find yourself in a very distressful, situation. So that will always be there. Then the other thing is vidya. We have to also cultivate Krishna consciousness. That is the message of Upanishad. Vidyam cha avidyam cha jastad veda ubhayam saha. Together. So then if you have learned the art, like today we analyze how our mind is conditioned to connect with the previous impression that we have been carrying from our past lives. And then soul has its knowledge which is coming from Krishna, being part and parcel of Krishna. So if we understand this and then we try to kind of reflect on our being, then connect with Bhagavad Gita instructions, that becomes more, easy for us to attain the, success. Anyway, I don't want to take much of your time. Thank you. I don't know whether it was okay or not. How did you find, by the way? How did you find this exercise? Good. Say something. Engage, interesting. Okay. Engaging? Yes.
It's something that I think I'll be able to just do myself. So taking the questions and using them to weigh a decision or a choice or a reaction.
Thank you. I have achieved my target. This was my approach. What I wanted is, I wanted to qualify you to take your own decision. Nowadays, youths, they are not very happy that somebody coming and passing on their decision, their judgment, and they have to follow. No, what we can do is, we can help them. I was trying to assist you. Thank you for confirming. Yes, this is how I kind of took this journey. Yeah, maybe in future also you can have similar kind of exercise to qualify yourself, to stand on your own strength, to take the decision what you want to do. Thank you. Okay, now I'm done.
Hare Krishna, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us. I know with the weather, there's a bit thunderstorming, so we wanted to be mindful of time and everything else. Like I said, there is usually a Tuesday night Sangha that actually occurs and there's always like different speakers, but we definitely want to take a big Haribol and a round of applause for Prabhu that joined us all the way from Mayapur, India. Haribol. So like as Prabhu was saying and mentioning, especially with this type of workshops and these type of actually questions, it's more reflective. Especially like at the beginning when I was speaking, that Krishna consciousness is a journey. It's actually a journey of your soul, right? And it's actually a way to help you reconnect with Krishna. So these questions is actually an opportunity for you to analyze. And I always like to ask the question, who wants to improve in life, right? Everybody hands up. So these are the type of questions that you can always ask yourself to actually check in with yourself, and more importantly, see how your view of the world actually changes when you really come in contact with Krishna consciousness and understanding the teachings. So if anybody would like to know more about different types of programs they are actually offering inside the temple or outside outreach programs, or even any books, can I mention Rahul? Yeah, do a nice way. Rahul and Mona Prabhu, you can actually reach out to both of them. That if you guys would like any Bhagavad Gitas or any deeper books, you guys can reach out to them. Aarti will be starting at 8 p.m. We wanted to maybe have some light prasadam downstairs and then eat quickly and then come back up so that we can enjoy Aarti, just because I want to be mindful of time. But again, we really do appreciate everybody's participation and actually being so attentive. And again, my deepest appreciation to you, Prabhu, for actually taking us on this path and understanding what is true happiness, how to truly find it. And it's not in these material things. Yes, we know the philosophy of Krishna consciousness, but to actually, I think being vulnerable, I think your questions, even when I was reading them, I'm like, oh, I really have to think about how I feel about a situation.
Yeah.
And it gives ourselves great insight about who we are, who we want to become, and more importantly, who we want around ourselves to actually help us get closer to Krishna. So with that being said, we can definitely go downstairs, eat prasadam together, maybe share more reflections, and then come back up for Aarti, or if anybody has any time. I do apologize if I took any time.
Thank you very much, Jayanti. I appreciate you for arranging this meeting for me today. Hare Krishna.
Yes. Maybe two or three devotees can just pick the mats, maybe pile them up on that side. That will be something really appreciated. Yes, we can exchange contact information. Yes. If anybody wants to take their own sheet, please feel free. Find your own sheet. I can print them out. Yeah, I can print them out.
मृदंगा बस दो चार हाथ आ जाइए